to get through the Baldoni and Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively filings up until this point?
I think Blake Lively just leaked the names of the two other actresses who were uncomfortable.
I don't know what she was thinking. Before we get to it, I think it's imperative you know what she accused Justin of in the lawsuit.
Summer 2024 ended and the social media storm around Blake Lively seemed to have died down as the internet turned its focus to other topics and controversies.
The Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni lawsuit has taken yet another shocking turn, and this time it's worse than anyone expected. Blake Lively has been accused of stealing. And no, this isn't just a minor misunderstanding. New evidence has emerged, and Justin Baldoni's legal team isn't holding back with receipts in hand. Baldoni is exposing details that could derail Blake's entire defense, and the fallout is causing ripples across Hollywood. What exactly did Blake allegedly steal? How has this impacted the lawsuit? And why are industry insiders calling this one of the messiest legal battles in recent entertainment history? Let's dive into the drama-packed details that have everyone talking.
Through the Baldoni and Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively filings up until this point. So I really wasn't going to come on here because I just came back from visiting a client for like 5 hours at the jail, and I need to meal prep. I'm going to be meal prepping after we're done. But I said, no, I got to see what's going on with that lawsuit. So we are going to pick right back up. Now, please make sure, Amanda, mother of cats, nerd at law, you're amazing. Please make sure to take off your shoes, get comfortable, and like the video. Okay? All right. Take off your shoes, get comfortable, like the video. Amanda, do you want to be a moderator? Because you've been here. You're going to be a moderator now. There's somebody from the stream before who I had to unmake a moderator because they were turning up. The reporter asked to speak with Sloan regarding problems on the set involving Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and the fallout over that, with Blake being labeled difficult and a power struggle existing. Sloan, without consulting Nathan, promptly responded, "That is 100% untrue. And further, your info is totally off." It is evident that Sloan never intended to honor her agreement with Nathan. Instead, she exploited the arrangement to gain a strategic advantage in the media. Because then Nathan wouldn't be expecting any response from Sloan, because she's like, we've already agreed that we're going to talk to each other first. But Sloan was like, how naive of you to think that.
The bombshell moment came when Justin Baldoni's legal team brought receipts that allegedly proved Blake Lively's wrongdoing. According to the documents, Blake reportedly used copyrighted content from Baldoni's production team without proper authorization. These claims are particularly damaging given the lawsuit's broader context of creative disputes and contract violations. Courtroom observers noted how Blake's legal team appeared visibly rattled as Baldoni's attorneys laid out the timeline, highlighting how Blake had access to sensitive material during their previous collaboration.
Guys, I think Blake Lively just leaked the names of the two other actresses who were uncomfortable with Justin Baldoni, and you are not going to believe this. I cannot believe this, guys. I have zero doubt in my mind, in my opinion, that Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, their team leaked these names. And you'll see why in a second. Let's get through this. It ends with us. Blake Lively claims two other actresses are prepared to testify against Justin Baldoni. The new allegations were part of an amended complaint filed late Tuesday by Lively, including that Baldoni's Wayfair partner and billionaire Steve Sarowitz allegedly told a witness he will protect the studio like Israel protected itself from Hamas. This is how you know it's a hit piece, okay?
If things weren't bad enough, full video evidence surfaced that contradicts Blake's claims. Footage from the set of It Ends With Us shows exchanges that reveal Blake knew about certain production changes she previously denied. This video evidence is significant because it undermines her credibility and strengthens Baldoni's case. Fans and legal experts alike were stunned by the footage, with many now questioning why Blake's team would risk making claims so easily disproven.
I don't know what she was thinking. Before we get to it, I think it's imperative you know what she accused Justin of in the lawsuit. She says here, Mr. Baldoni and Miss Lively were filming a slow dance scene for a montage in which no sound was recorded. Mr. Baldoni chose to let the cameras roll and have them perform the scene, but did not act in character as Ryle. Instead, he spoke to Miss Lively out of character as himself. At one point, he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear and down her neck as he said, "It smells so good." None of this was remotely in character or based on any dialogue in the script, and nothing needed to be said because, again, there was no sound. Mr. Baldoni was caressing Miss Lively with his mouth in a way that had nothing to do with their roles. When Miss Lively later objected.
In a controversial twist, Blake's team attempted to pivot the narrative by making grooming allegations against Baldoni citing questionable source. However, these claims were quickly debunked by credible insiders, and many saw it as a desperate attempt to shift focus. From the mounting evidence against Blake, the backlash was swift, with legal analysts warning that unsubstantiated claims could backfire and weaken Blake's standing in court. If things weren't bad, and a full video evidence surfaced that contradicts Blake's claims footage from, the set of It Ends With Us show 6 changes that reveal Blake knew about. Certain production changes she previously denied this video evidence is significant because it undermines her credibility and strengthens Baldwin's case. Fans and legal experts alike were stunned by the footage, with many now questioning why Blake's team would risk making claims so easily disproven.
It doesn't have to do with Justin creeping on her as of yet. It has to do with that part of the production.
That she had a bad apartment, or that they said the motherhood comment?
The motherhood comment.
I don't get it.
I don't either. So all he
that's
said
what's
was
confusing about it.
Is that motherhood is important. We're going to cover the money, and you can find a place that fits you.
Well, that's
How
why.
terrible.
That's why the team
How
Justin.
disgusting.
That's why the team Justin people are making videos out of it and talking about it, because it is so ridiculous.
That
but
is-
in her defense, it could have just been such a throwaway thing that she said to Blake too, and then
Right.
Blake took it and was
That's
like,
what it sounds like.
you know, yeah. So there was a video, and Justin says, I found this girl. We auditioned her. I thought she was great. I brought over her tape to Blake, and Taylor was there, and they both were like, oh my God, she's perfect. And she really was a good casting match for her to be the younger Blake, like the teenage version. And so she was involved, besides giving her song, besides being there when they rewrote the scene for the rooftop scene where she is like, wait, you're a neurosurgeon? Oh, wait, you're serious. Like, the rooftop scene is so weird. And so clearly Taylor's going to be deposed. There's no way out of it, I think. She's going to be deposed, which nobody likes to be deposed.
Do they live next door to each other? I'm constantly baffled by how
In a controversial twist, Blake's team attempted to pivot the narrative by making grooming allegations against Baldoni citing questionable source. However, these claims were quickly debunked by credible insiders, and many saw it as a desperate attempt to shift focus. From the mounting evidence against Blake, the backlash was swift, with legal analysts warning that unsubstantiated claims could backfire and weaken Blake's standing in court. Here can I just say that we don't have e-click problem at this school, and some office shouldn't have to take this workshop because some of us are just victims in the situation. That's probably true. How many of you have ever felt personally victimized? By Regina George, what began as a legal dispute has spiraled into one of Hollywood's most talked about scandals, with evidence piling up against her. Blake Lively finds herself cornered as Justin Baldoni's legal strategy delivers blow after blow from leaked footage. And name-dropping controversies to contradictory statements and botched Pam moves Blake's lawsuit defense has gone from shaky to catastrophic. Unless Blake can pull off a miracle legal turnaround, this battle seems all but lost, and as Hollywood watches this train wreck unfold, one thing is clear. Justin Baldoni is winning the war both
Many in the
inside
industry
and
are
outside the
reportedly
courtroom.
distancing themselves from Blake, wary of getting caught up in the fallout. Producers and studios that once championed Blake's projects are now hesitant to engage, concerned that her mounting controversies could hurt box office results. Baldoni, meanwhile, has seen an uptick in support, with several co-stars and directors praising his professionalism and integrity.
We covered kind of more, I mean, there was like some talk at the time about drama with Blake, drama with Justin Baldoni, or Blake Lively. I should clarify for those of you who don't know, although I'm sure most people know about this. This has been like headline news everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't think anyone realized just how wild all of this is. And it's really popped off as several lawsuits and articles have come out. And there's just a whole lot to go over. We did all finally watch It Ends With Us, which last time people were not happy that we hadn't seen the movie, even though it had just come out, and it was like a super requested topic. So we wanted to cover it and just, you know, and we made it very clear we haven't seen this. This is just our thoughts so far.
Well, we've seen it
But,
now.
Yeah, we've
Baldoni's billionaire partner used some pretty heinous analogies to compare what he'll do to Blake if she comes after him. We're going to break that down right now. And again, you know, a lot of this doesn't have any sort of empirical evidence right now. So we take it with a grain of salt until someone can testify as to hearing him say this. TMZ reported Justin Baldoni's partner allegedly made Wild War comparison, taking on Lively Reynolds like Israel versus Hamas. Now, there is no way we're going to get into this right now. I haven't been afraid to talk about what's going on over there.
As the lawsuit unfolds, Hollywood insiders are calling it a
to hit the big leagues, like all these deals and all of these things. The crazy thing is, I haven't even gotten to the Blake stuff and I'm already getting mad. They realized after a while that all this money was coming in and they didn't just have to split it 4 ways. They had to split it between the 4 of them, their agent, their manager, the ad sales company, and a lot of money was going out of their pocket. And don't even get me started on taxes. So some of them came up with a plan that if there were less people in the group, they would make more money. And so they took something that one of the people in the group did, like, you know, months and months prior, that literally nobody gave a shit about, and they repackaged it in a bow for the public. Everyone went absolutely wild with it. There's a fucking piece of information missing with the Blake Lively and like Justin Baldoni stuff. And so even though they're saying to us, here's this, here are these texts, and oh my God, I cannot tell you how often I've been frustrated seeing people say stuff like, I want to see the evidence. Where's the evidence? This isn't like a crime case where there's specific evidence that's incriminating to one side or the other. What has happened here is one side is going to weave a narrative that they want to be real. And then the other side is going to weave a different narrative that they want to be real. And they're going to add in the evidence across point A and point B. And then it's just who has the better story. And of course, this is so annoying to say, but it's true. Somewhere in the middle is the truth. And here's my last little conspiracy thing before we go into looking at some of the